Title: Cover My Shame. The afternoon sun was harsh on Dolly's back as she bent over the washing stone. Her hands were raw from scrubbing, her eyes burning from tears she refused to let fall. Every sound from the compound behind her, laughter, footsteps, conversations, felt like a judgment. Because they didn't know. But they would soon. She was 3 months pregnant. And unmarried, in a town like Aguilou. That wasn't just gossip, it was shame. Her mother, Mama Dolly, was a respected widow and choir leader in church. Her younger sister, Chinaza, had just gotten a scholarship to the university. And Dolly? The firstborn, the one who was supposed to carry the family name forward? She had fallen. The worst part? The man responsible, Ibuka, was nowhere to be found. He had promised her love, promised marriage. The last message he sent was 6 weeks ago: "I need time to think." Then nothing. Now her belly was growing, and her mother was asking questions. Her appetite had changed. She vomited every other morning. Rumors were starting. That evening, Mom and Dolly came into the room, carrying a bowl of okra soup. "You haven't eaten since morning," she said, placing it down. "I'm not hungry." "Dolly," her mother said gently, "talk to me. Are you sick?" Silence, then Mama whispered, "Are you pregnant?" Dolly broke. The words came out soaked in tears. "Yes, Mama." The silence that followed was louder than a slap. For days, Mom and Dolly didn't speak to her. She walked around the compound like a woman whose world had collapsed. Chinaza avoided eye contact. At church, whispers started. People noticed the changes. Aunties called. Some said it to her face, "You brought shame to your mother." One evening, Dolly overheard her mother praying in the kitchen, "God, what did I do wrong with this child? Please, cover our shame. I have no husband. No father to speak for her. How will we survive this disgrace?" The words cut deep. Not because her mother was wrong, but because she knew she had failed her. The week that followed was the hardest. Mom and Dolly stopped going to church. She barely spoke unless necessary. Then, on Sunday morning, something unexpected happened. She entered Dolly's room with a folded piece of cloth. "Get dressed," she said softly. "For what?" "We're going to church, Mama." "People will talk, let them talk." A child's mistake shouldn't be a death sentence. In stunned silence, Dolly dressed. When they entered the church, all eyes turned. The murmurs began, but Mama walked with her head held high, holding her daughter's hand. When the service ended, the pastor asked if anyone wanted to share a testimony. To everyone's shock, Mom and Dolly stood up. "I want to speak," she said. "Yes, my daughter is pregnant. And yes, she made a mistake. But I refuse to let shame kill us. She is still my child. I raised her alone for 22 years without help. If I covered her in childhood, I will cover her now." She turned to the church, voice steady, "Gossip will not raise this child. God will. And I will not hide in the shadows because people have mouths." Silence filled the room. A few people bowed their heads. Some even nodded. That night, as they sat outside under the mango tree, Dolly turned to her mother, tears in her eyes. "Mama, I'm sorry.